Good evening and welcome to another video. I want to do a quick video on 3 arrivals that come into the collection today. We paid £11.86 in total for these cars. One of them cost just £1.50. This includes the postage and everything. So I got a combined postage deal. They arrived earlier today, so I thought we'd have a look at the models. Before we get started with that, I thought I'd just do a quick shout out to Mark Porthouse, who's bought some models off me recently. We live in a similar area, so it's quite nice to actually see another collector in person and just talk about cars and models and all things like that in general. But check his channel out. He's got lots of really cool models on there, resin, models from HPI, Spark, things like that. I'll tag him below here. But yeah, just a quick shout out to Mark, and thanks for your business as well with purchasing some models from myself, which he will be showcasing on his channel. In the meantime though, let's have a look at these new models. We're going to start with the earliest car that's joined the collection, and that's a 1970 car. It's the BRM P153. This is Pedro Rodriguez car from the 1970 Belgium Grand Prix. I do like a Yardley BRM. So this car predates the Marlboro car that we've already got, the P160. Really interesting looking design with the V12. It's very similar to the McLaren of the same era. The Yardley colours are very recognisable for most people. There's a bit of a debate as to whether the red is brown or red. I've seen different versions on different models, and people who've made models of this car have done it different ways. But the gold is definitely gold. I have seen this car in person. Hall and Bourne, where BRM originate from, did a run through the town with various BRMs, and I believe this was one of the cars that ran through. Don't know if it was this chassis, but yeah, definitely very interesting. It's a nice model. Only thing I've noticed that I don't like so much about it is you can just see those glue above the engine there, which is a bit of a shame. There's some black dots, it looks like, in the paintwork, although I think they're wiping off, so hopefully that's okay. It's a nice model. I don't think it's quite as good as the Marlboro car that we had beforehand, but you've got nice suspension detail. You can sort of see that they've moulded the springs into the plastic. The engine's not necessarily the best engine I've seen, but it's not bad. The cockpit, as usual, has a decal for the seat. I'm just going to have a look at where there's dials in there. There's something reflective. No, it's just plastic. There's no dials in there. It's just the way it's reflecting. You've got the chrome mirrors, which I'm going to snap off. They're quite well sighted into the model. They caught the front end really nicely. In fact, you can see that it's not actually just fully concaved. It's concave, that's the right word, circular. It's got a bit of a shape to it, so that's nicely done. It's got wet weather tyres on it, I'm assuming. They're not like tractor tyres like we've seen on the RBA releases. I don't know if that video is going to be up yet before this video comes out, but you'll see it on an RBA McLaren I've had. Next up, we're going to 1977. This is a car that Alan Jones raced, and it's the Shadow DN8. I don't know which race it's from. You can see though that it is missing some cigarette sponsorship. I believe this should be the Villager decals. I think there's 2 different cigarette sponsorships on the Shadows, and I think Alan Jones was Villager, but I may have that the wrong way around. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. A really cool looking car, the Shadow. It will look really good once I've got those logos. I am going to do a logo video. I keep saying I will, so I need to get on with doing that. Suspension's really nicely done on this model. The DFV in the back is very basic. I think there's definitely room to improve that. It's not the best DFV that we've seen in the Panini series. There's better ones. Be interested to see if you could swap them around, things like that. Obviously, every model is constructed differently, which will impact that. Again, blue decal for the seatbelts. I think all the cars have blue decals for seatbelts. Yes, it looks like they do. I wonder if that's a thing for all the Panini models. I'll have to have a check at that. But yeah, really nice model of an interesting looking design. Again, some black marks in the paint. Nope, they're fine. It's just specks. Yeah, a really good looking race car, I think this one is. Last but not least, we're going to 1982 and the last winning DFV engine. That's the Tirolo 11. Michele Alboreto. This doesn't say which race it's from, but I suspect it's probably from, I think it was the Texas or Dallas Grand Prix that was the last win. I might be remembering that wrong. Somebody will be along to correct me, I'm sure. but in the denim colours, denim musk. I was going to say denim jeans, but I think it was actually their aftershave, I'm guessing, with it being a musk. I do like the fact that you've got no front wing on these cars, like a low aero type look. It is a ground effects car, or it was a ground effects car. I think it actually had the ground effects skirts removed and was made a flat bottom car, potentially. But it was the last Cosworth DFV winning race car. So really cool to have in the collection. Looks great. The engine you can see in there, you can see what I mean about detail. That's got bits picked out in silver, whilst the other two, where there could be detail picked out, doesn't appear to have happened. But yeah, a really cool looking car. I do want to try and get the all blue Tyrrell liveried version of this as well. I think that will look nice on the shelf. But yeah, cool model to have. So that's 3 new models for the collection. Quite a nice split across the period I collect, with the early 80s, mid 70s and the early 70s all being catered for. Let me know which one's your favourite, and I'll catch you for another video soon.